Hi, I'm Nancy Alexander from Ladybug Wreaths. I want to talk about something that is very popular today. This is a new idea. A lot of people are wanting to decorate for their weddings and for events and parties themselves. I know you're wondering why this chair is right here beside me. This is my yard sale find. I haven't covered the seat yet. Paid $1 for it. But I want to show you how we can make the back of this chair look absolutely gorgeous with some burlap ribbon. Now this is a 6-inch burlap ribbon. I sell this in Ladybug Certified. It does not have wire, but we don't want wire for what we're going to do. I am going to wrap this around the top of the chair. Now, so many people want to do this to save a little money, to have something different, and just to say they did it themselves. This is an absolutely wonderful way to do that. Now, I've got some wire cut. Now, this is not just regular wire. It's wire that's wrapped in floral tape, so it's easy to work with. I'm going to leave some streamers back here. I'm going to pull this really tightly, and I'm not going to tie it yet. I'm not going to tie it in a knot or a bow yet. I'm going to tie it together with some of my wire. Now, that looks really pretty by itself, and it would look really pretty. Let me swing this around and you can see. It would look really pretty if we made a bow, a big fat bow, a drapey bow out of this burlap, and had the loops hanging down on each side with streamers. And you're seeing that everywhere. If you go on Pinterest, if you look in magazines, you're seeing a lot of that done these days. But I want to show you something a little bit different. Let me tighten this up some. I like adding a little bit of color to it. And this pink and white ribbon, chevron ribbon over burlap, is amazing. It's wonderful. Let me turn this all the way back around because I want you to see what a difference it makes when I pull this right across the middle of the burlap. And the edges are wired, so you just may have to kind of straighten it out a little bit with your fingers. I'm going to pull it over a little bit more and give me a little bit more to work with. Now this one I am going to tie. My card's coming in handy today, isn't it? I'm going to tie a knot in this to help hold it tightly. And I'm also going to tie it in with this wrapped wire I've got right here. Now, you could stop right here. You could tie a shoestring bow. You could leave these curling down just like this, cut your burlap a little bit shorter. But we've got an even better idea. Now, before I show you this, let's say this chair is for a bridesmaid's luncheon. And we want to distinguish between this chair and the chairs that are saved for the mother of the bride or the grandmother or the bride. This one, all we'd have to do is just put a couple of loops, either out of the pink chevron or out of the burlap. And put a few curls. Now the burlap is still too long, so it's not going to be curling too much, but doing it just like this is beautiful. But for the very special chairs, we have a larger bow already made out of this pink and white chevron burlap. Now, now this chair has got slits in the middle. Just to make sure it stays very securely, I'm going to run my pipe cleaner through those and tight them so it won't slide off my chair or anything. Let's see. Can't get my thing. I got it now. Now I know that you see chairs like this in magazines. They're in wedding magazines. They're in regular magazines. And look how beautiful that is. Now I've got a little bit too many streamers. I would cut the 2 streamers that go with this bow. I would cut them a little bit shorter if you don't want quite that much hanging out. And as always, with your wired ribbon, run your fingers along the edge of it to make it curl. Now you can do, I'm a big fan of having mismatched chairs. Some people are, some people aren't. You can find some really neat chairs, all different styles, and you can do different things to them like this. Trim your burlap off. And always cut your burlap at an angle. Don't try to cut the ribbon in a V, because it'll ravel very easily if you do. Now I'm not going to cut that off. We'll just pretend like that's not there right now. And this one too. Because I don't want to cut that off the bow. We'll use it later for something else. Just tuck it out of the way. All right, what do you think about that? I think it's a beautiful chair, and I would be proud to sit in it. I would be honored to be led to a chair like this. Now I want to show you the other side, how pretty it turned out. Since I wrapped those other 2 short pieces around it, I just wrapped one around it a couple of times, and it's flat enough that it's still going to be comfortable to sit in if you wanted to do it that way. There's so many ideas with this burlap ribbon, and I'm going to be showing you other ideas in some of my videos, some neat and different things that you can do, and you can do it yourself. It will be very, very special, and you'll be so proud to say when you look back at your pictures of your wedding or the party that I did those myself. Thanks for joining me, and come back soon because I've got a lot more ideas. Bye.